Hello, followers and people who are watching this. I'm making this video because my neighbor decided she was going to complain to my landlord about noise and all this other shit. So today at like 8 o'clock in the morning, my landlord came over and decided he was going to yell at me and tell me how I belong in Sandusky and all this other shit. And I'm like, you need to go away. And he's like, with your attitude, you belong, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, whatever. And he was like, if we hear one more complaint from her, we're gonna evict you. And I'm like, shut up.
Who is her?
I know, she needs to get evicted. She's a bitch. But anyway, this all started like a long ass time ago.
When the bitch moved in.
Yeah, when the bitch moved in. But it first started with her. She wrote a note like on my I was listening to music, and apparently she doesn't like a day to remember or any of that kind of shit. So she decided she was going to write a letter on my door, and the letter said, "Just want to thank you for your daughter playing your stereo so loud every time you walk out the door. She does this. I've tried to ask her to stop, but she can't hear me knocking on the door." And I'm like, that's not my problem. And so then my mom gave her my mom's number, so then whenever like there was something wrong, she could text her. And my mom left the house for maybe 2 minutes to go to the market and get some food or something. And me and my friend Ambria, we were alone in my house. Ambria was in the bathroom doing her thing, and I was in the kitchen, and the TV wasn't even on or anything. Nothing was playing. And she texted my mom and was like, "Oh, you just left and they're being so loud. They're blaring the TV and all this other shit." My mom comes home and we're just standing there talking, not doing anything. And so my mom's like, "Yeah, she's just bitching. I'm done." And then a few days ago, my friend accidentally, did not know, first time being to my house, parked in her parking spot because she was not home. And she wrote a note on his car. That note said, "You don't pay rent here, so as a kindness to those that do, please park closer to the stone area. Thank you." And for one, she needs to learn proper grammar. And for two, her handwriting is shit, and because she's a dyke. And three, she needs to learn that not all words are capitalized. Like, she capitalized like every word. And I'm like, bitch, stop. You ain't cute. You're not acting like you're yelling. And then it pissed me off, so I'm like, whatever. I wrote her a note back. My note said, and I taped it on her door, and she wasn't home at the time. Oh, and she also told my mom that night when my friend came over she told my landlord that there was drug use, and we were being loud and slamming doors, and we were doing none of the above. We were listening to dubstep on Pandora quietly and talking and socializing. She's just mad 'cause she has no friends to listen to dubstep with. Or a job. And so I wrote her a note. "Dear neighbor, it took you longer to write that note than to park elsewhere. Than to park your car elsewhere. Quit writing notes. We don't care. Your name isn't on the parking spot, and you're the newbie, so deal with it. Okay, thanks." I kid that bitch. And she's new here, so she just needs to deal with it. I've been here for like 4 years. She's been here for like maybe a year. Barely. Maybe like 8 months. I'm like, for real, bitch. Go somewhere with your attitude. And long ass story. It's all cool now, but if she complains one more time to my landlord and I get evicted, they're gonna find out real quick what it feels like to be shot in the knee. Just saying. I like where I live, and it's either here or with cancer. No, stop. She has cancer. But I don't want to move in here. Drive to school every day. Kill myself. So my neighbor just needs to quit. She's freaking schizophrenic. She's all schizophrenic, and she thinks she hears shit when she doesn't. And she probably sees things too.
Your neighbor is schizophrenic! Cancer!
Okay.